The Maricopa County Board of Supervisors is taking its first steps towards possibly suspending the county assessor. For the past 2 weeks, Paul Petersen has been in jail accused of human trafficking and fraud as county leaders look unsuccessfully for ways to get rid of him.
Our political editor, Dennis Welch, joining us live to show us what the board's looking to do at their meeting tomorrow. It could be a big meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, and this is something the board has been looking at now for a number of weeks as ways to go ahead and get rid of him. And right now, there is nothing in the law that allows the board to expel an elected county official, even though Mr. Petersen, again, remains in federal custody tonight. And probably the best that the county can do right now, suspend him for about 120 days.
As we are reminded daily, Congress can impeach a president.
This is a terrible witch hunt.
And Arizona can oust a governor, as it did 31 years ago with Ev Meekum.
I've said stupid things. I've done stupid things.
And the state legislature expelled Senator Don Shooter 2 years ago. But when it comes to getting rid of Maricopa County Assessor Paul Petersen, the law offers no options.
I have called on Paul Petersen to resign. The people's business, of course, needs to be done.
Governor Doug Ducey says it might be time for the state to jump in and craft legislation that gives Arizona's 15 counties a way to oust elected officials like Petersen, who have refused to quit, even though he's unable to do his job from a jail cell.
What happened to Paul Petersen is a real anomaly in terms of municipal government. There likely should be a remedy in the law in which to fix the situation.
The governor's comments come one day before the board is set to publicly discuss how they can move forward on Petersen. The most likely scenario, suspending him, which is about the only option available under the law, according to the board chairman, Bill Gates, and what he said last week.
There is an Arizona statute that provides the Board of Supervisors the authority to suspend the treasurer and the assessor. That's a fact.
And again, it's worth pointing out and mentioning again that meeting tomorrow is likely the first step toward suspending Petersen. The board will not likely take any official actions or any votes, but if they do end up suspending him at some point, big question is going to be whether or not it is with pay or without pay. Remember, Mr. Petersen makes about $77,000 a year, meaning taxpayers have paid him about $3,100 while he sits in jail.
Okay, so he's in custody right now, but people may be sitting at home thinking, what about the whole argument, innocent until proven guilty?
And that is a great point because Mr. Petersen is presumed innocent. We've talked to his attorneys many times. He's not been convicted of anything. At this point, these are just allegations. When you talk to the supervisors there, they're saying taxpayers need somebody who is in that office doing that job. And at this point, it's unknown when Mr. Petersen is going to be available to actually show up and do the job that he was elected to do.
But when does it become bad PR for the Arizona GOP?
I think, this is a down ballot. This is kind of a little known office. That'd be up for other, Democrats to raise that issue. But certainly, if you get enough of this kind of stuff for one party or the other, it starts making it look like that party may be full of people who are just, attract some sort of corruption around them.
All right, Dennis Welch, no question unanswered by the governor. Appreciate that. Thank you, Dennis.